Hi, grade 4 students. It's Mr. Wrong here. Hope you're having a good time at your first couple of days at home. I'm sitting here on my sofa. It's Sunday, and yep, I'm making a video. All right, so this week's lesson, unfortunately, won't be using Minecraft Educational Edition because I'm not sure how many of you actually can install it on your home computers. But this week, we'll be looking at conditionals and using code.org. Now, it just so happens that the lesson in code.org uses the Minecraft theme, so, it's still a little bit Minecrafty. Okay, so let me just show you these lessons that we're working on. Okay, let me just change the screen here. Oops, I'm not supposed to click this button. Okay, so in lesson 3, we see this, it's called Conditionals in Minecraft Voyage Aquatic. Okay, so if you've already, I think most of you have not finished this yet, so you might need to click on the More button and skip to it if you're not there yet. Okay, I know one or two might have finished it, so I'm sure you could do with the refresher anyway. Okay, so now in these lessons here, we're looking at, oops, sorry, I didn't mean that one. This one. These lessons, we're looking at conditionals. Okay, now we have talked about conditionals before, and usually it would be like an if block where there's a question, and if the question is true, then it runs the code inside the if block. Now there's other types of conditionals, and the first type we see is here in this pink repeat block here. Okay, and it says repeat until goal. Now the reason this is also a different type of conditional is that instead of saying repeat 4 times or 5 times or a certain number, there's a question in here. It says until goal. So I guess the question is, or could be stated as, have I reached my goal yet? If not, keep going. Okay, keep repeating the code inside the loop. Okay, so in this puzzle here, the instruction says, let's feed the cod to the dolphin. Use a repeat until block to get across the ocean faster. Okay, so in this case here, we just have to move our character forward until it gets to our goal, which is the dolphin over here, which you can see kind of bobbing up and down in the water. Okay, so pretty straightforward, this one. You really just have to put the move forward block inside here and you're done. All right, but just trying to highlight here that this pink repeat block is actually a different type of conditional because there's still a question, and the question is, have I reached my goal yet? Okay, and so, well, it keeps repeating until you've reached your goal. So in this case here, it says, if I haven't reached my goal, then keep running the block inside, move forward. All right, so it's going to keep moving forward until it reaches the goal, and then it will stop. Okay, so let's just check that it works. Okay, yep, no problem. Works fine. All right, now I'm not going to do that one. The next puzzle I want to look at is this one, puzzle 7. Okay, now it gets a bit more complicated here because we see there is an if block here as well, which is the block that we normally talk about when we talk about conditionals, the block that we normally use. All right, now in this particular puzzle here, you can see Steve or Alex, whoever character you've chosen, is at the bottom of the maze here. And the instruction says, you found the underwater ruins, search the sandstone for a chest, okay, containing prismarine treasure. Okay, so you can see the chest here. So it's not a very complex maze, but he has to walk forward here, turn right there, and get to the chest over here. Okay, so you have to kind of, in these puzzles here, you kind of have to try and see if you can find the pattern that will let you solve the puzzle with as few blocks as possible. And you've only got 7 blocks to work with here, and I've already used 4. Okay, so if we just had, and I've given you a bit of a clue there, if we just had this code here, watch what happens. So click run, and it's going to keep moving forward or swinging forward until he hits that brick wall there, and now he's got a problem. He's going to keep going forward and trying to reach the goal, but obviously he's got a problem. He's going to keep banging his head on the wall there because we haven't told him to turn. Okay, so we know he has to turn right here, but there are other possible turns as well. I guess he could turn left here at this point in the first intersection there. So we really only want Steve, or our character, to turn right if there is a path to the right. Okay, so that's the pattern for this particular puzzle. When Steve gets to the corner over here, we want him to turn right because there's a path to the right. And when he gets to this corner here, we want him to turn right again because, again, there's a path to the right here. All right, so we only want him to turn if there's a path to the right. And of course, if there is a path to the right, then we want him to turn right. Okay, so this kind of makes sense here. So we put in this if block here, which is another conditional, and we say if there's a path to the right, we want to turn right. Okay, and the rest of the code can stay like that. Okay, because it's still going to keep going round and round this repeat loop until it gets to the goal of getting to the chest. All right, so we don't have to say move forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, then turn right and then move forward 2 steps, then turn right and move forward 2 steps again. All right, that would be the wrong way to do this particular puzzle. We want to use the repeat until goal, but we only want to turn if there's a path to the right. All right, so let's just check our answer, this particular answer here. Forward, 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 no path to the right. Gets to the corner, there's suddenly a path to the right. Moves forward again, gets to that corner, turns right again, and then keeps moving forward until he reaches the chest. Okay, so that's a nice, neat solution for that. Okay, so a lot of these other puzzles in this lesson have this type of logic where you've got to look for a certain pattern to be able to put in the right kind of conditional blocks here. All right, so maybe I'll do one more. Didn't plan to do this one. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. All right, notice how you can drag this thing here to make the Minecraft side a bit bigger, which is handy to know. All right, now in this one, let's read the instructions. And make sure you always read these instructions because these give you the clues. First, icebergs, now lava. Get through this volcanic island and find the tropical fish in the coral reef. All right, so you might notice there is a little tropical fish just here, okay? And Steve obviously can't take the shortcut through here because he can't go over the lava. That's that bubbly thing over there. Okay, so he needs to make the long trip all the way around the this thing in the middle and come around here. So he's got to go forward, turn right, forward, turn right, forward, turn right again to get to the tropical fish. Okay, so this particular one is pretty similar to the last one, so I'm not going to give it away, but essentially if there's a path to the right, Steve will always turn right. Okay, now when he gets to this intersection here, there is a left turn here, but if you did your code correctly, you definitely won't turn left, okay, because it should only be checking if there is a path to the right, then turn right. Okay, so that one's not too difficult. I'll let you figure that one out by yourselves. Let's have a look at maybe one more. All right. Okay, all right, Steve's in this left corner here again. Now this one's particularly tricky. I've had to help a few people with this one. Okay, let's check the instructions. You made it to the reef. Now search for the heart of the sea. Okay, use the blue and red coral to reach the treasure chest. Okay, so the heart of the sea must be inside the chest there. but it's giving you the clue. Use the blue and red coral to reach the treasure chest. Okay, what could that mean? All right, so if you look at the path that he needs to take, just kind of follow with my mouse here. He's going to have to go forward over here, turn right there, turn right again there, otherwise he's going to bump into that thing. Keep going. He needs to turn left here on the red coral, turn right again here on the blue, turn left on the red, go forward, turn right on the blue, turn right on the blue, keep going forward, turn right on the blue, and then get to the chest. Okay, so you see the pattern? He always goes forward, 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 and whenever he gets to the blue coral, he'll turn right. Okay, so turn right here, go this way, and he gets to this blue coral, and he has to turn right again. Okay, and come this way, and then whenever he gets to the red coral, if he's standing on the red coral or the blue coral, on the red coral, he needs to turn left. All right, so that's the pattern. He turns right if he's standing on blue coral, and he turns left if he's standing on the red coral. Okay, so a bit tricky. Okay, so again, you'll need the repeat until goal. Okay, you'll always go forward. Okay, but then you'll need 2 if blocks. All right, and you can see there's 2 if blocks here. If standing on blue coral, what did I say? Which direction do we need to turn? Okay, so you need to put a turn into that one. And then you need to check if standing on red coral and put another turn in there. Okay, so I pretty much told you what you need to do there. You might need to rewind the video and listen again if you missed it. Okay, but you should only have to add 2 more blocks to this solution that I've put on the screen. And that should be it. All right. Okay, I'll let you do the rest by yourselves. Now, as I said, if you've not up to this lesson yet, that's okay. Skip to this lesson and try and complete it. If you've finished it already, then you can go on with where you're up to. If you'd like to do a little bit more after finishing this lesson, then maybe you could go back to lesson 2 if you haven't finished it, or go on to lesson 4. Now, lesson 4 is similar, but it's using the farmer to do conditionals. Okay, so it's very similar, but I won't go into that now because I think this video has gone for too long as it is. All right, so if you have any questions, you should be able to email me through your parents' email. Use my school email address. You should all know that one. All right, and otherwise, I will see you when I release the next video. Thank you, and see you later. Bye-bye.